What is going on, guys? The Saints Hub, and I'm reporting to you guys with a Week 1 victory. Gonna go over what went well, what happened, an analysis of the game through my eyes. Um, Start off. Though we put up 34 points, this was a defensive game. Absolutely loved watching the defense work today. I will not kid you. I shit myself when they went up 7-0. I was like, fuck. We look rusty. And Tom Brady's moving down the field. But we came to play defensively. Marshawn Lattimore did an excellent job covering Mike Evans, and anyone else that covered Mike Evans. I saw Malcolm Jenkins take his shot at him sometimes. I don't know exactly every single person that covered him, but it was mainly Lattimore. Besides that one touchdown where it was Demario Davis covering him late in the game, he had 0 catches. It's not much more you could ask for. Janoris Jenkins. I've had my doubts about him. He had a good game. He got beat a couple times, but did have that pick six that really put the game in our favor. You know, they're getting the ball. It's 17-7, and Janoris takes it, makes it a 3-possession game. Beautiful. Another guy who stepped up, Trey Hendrickson, played very solid. Very solid. You know, Marcus Davenport was out. No problem. Hendrickson played like a beast. I think he had one or two sacks. I don't have the exact number. I'm trying to get this out as quickly as possible. So if I'm not the best sound together or know all the stats, that's why. But Hendrickson looked really good. Cam Jordan looked really good. Demario looked good. I mean, he had a sack or two. They played as a unit. They played great. They gave up 23 points, but at the end of the day, that is a stacked offense. And I don't care what you guys say. The Buccaneers are a threat. And I know you guys don't want to admit it. You just want to say, oh, Tampa Brady stupid, or we clamp Evans. They're a threat. Mike Evans is still an elite receiver, despite his struggles against us. Chris Godwin's an elite receiver. They are still a scary team. They clamped us up on offense. I'll be honest. I don't care what the score was. They clamped us up on offense. A lot of that had to do with the inexperience of working with Bruce Arians and Tom Brady and Mike Evans. Tom Brady and Mike Evans could not find that connection, and it resulted in picks for us by Marcus Williams and also Janoris Jenkins. I think that ball was to Evans again, too. But, you know, without those mistakes, we may not have won this game, and they're a threat for the future. We capitalize off mistakes, and that's what you do in football. But what I'm saying is, there may not be those mistakes next time. They may be fully locked in. Their corners played great except for the penalties. Besides that, you can't. They strapped Michael Thomas to, first of all, only 5 targets when he is clearly the best receiver in football, and only 3 catches and 17 yards. I mean, he was clamped. You got to give them credit. They played a good game. They were on the field a lot. They played well. Their defense is solid. It's not great. They make mistakes, and we capitalize off those mistakes. But their defense is not bad. Our defense is what propelled us because we stopped them, forced them to punt, gave us good field position, and that's how we scored on offense. We did not have long drives. We scored on like shorter drives because of the defense giving us the good position. Breeze, I think, only had 180 yards, 2 TDs. Kamara, I mean, had two touchdowns. Right, the other one got overturned. 2 touchdowns. But other than that, the whole running game was just atrocious. He averaged 1.4 yards a carry. That's atrocious. I think he was, I don't exactly know the number, but I think it was like 10 carries, 17 yards. Maybe it was 1.7 a carry. Murray wasn't even that good. He had 10 carries for 30 or 40-something yards. I know it was an average of like 3. It didn't look good. Why Kamara looks good in fantasy is because he had 2 TDs, but he did not look good, and it's a little alarming when you pay him $15 million, and he's an explosive player. I've seen it. When I saw that screen pass, he took it in. That was an explosive play, but I don't know what the hell was happening with this team in running the football because we just can't block for these guys. Now, Don't get me wrong. They have a great D-line. And they have Levante David and Devin White. They're gonna stop you. They are bad at the pass last year, and they were the number one ranked rush defense. So I will give them some credit. Next week we have the Raiders, and I really want to see our offense pop off because I do think the Raiders are a bit below the Buccaneers, but I'm not counting anyone out. I mean, the fucking Jaguars beat the Colts. The Bengals almost beat the Chargers. I ain't counting nobody out, and I hate when you Saints fans, all fans get cocky. I'm a very superstitious person, so you won't see me counting anyone out. But I want to see our offense go off next week. I want to see Breeze sling the ball. One positive on offense, I'd say, because there wasn't that many. I mean, we scored 34 points, but there's nothing like exceptional. I mean, if Sanders got his first touchdown, that made me happy. But Jared Cook, the Jared Cook Drew Brees connection was there. 5 catches, 80 yards. Jared fucking Cook, baby. He looked like a beast out there. You know, that one play, 46-yard pass. The other one to convert on third down where Brees just got it over the defender. He looked good. He looked good. And there wasn't a lot of, just plays for the receivers because Murphy Bunting and Carlton Davis, they did a good job. You guys cannot count Tampa Bay out. They are not a shitty team. In my opinion, they will be a playoff team. And maybe I'll be wrong for that in the future. Maybe it's a cold take. But watching that game, they went up against a 13-3 team last year that only got better and competed. I don't care what the score says. They competed. The problem with them is the penalties. And that's something you can fix. Do not take the Bucs lightly is all I'm trying to say. We proved we were the better team today, but next time we might not. And I don't know. It's only week 1. There's so much that could change. We could literally lose the next 12 games. Am I saying that's happening? No. But football is so unpredictable. Don't get cocky. The defense played amazing. Shout out to them. Offense, that was scary. I don't care what the score says. I'm a little... It was ugly. But that's basically all I gotta say is Tampa Bay is there. They are a good team, and right now we're winning the South and we're running the South, but you never know. And don't take them lightly. Anyways, that'll do it. One other thing is Demario Davis just signed his extension. No one knew about it until they announced it last night. So good to see Demario back. I'd look into seeing the details of that contract shortly. And let me know your thoughts about the game. What do you think went well? What do you think went bad? What do we got to do for next week against the Raiders in the Raiders' new stadium? So we're debuting there. So let's give them a pounding to remember. That's what I'm hoping for. I want to see the offense step up. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, like the video. Until next time, peace.